Hello folks, I'm your Daily Tech, and today I'm going to show you how to use your PS Move controller to recenter your tracking in Riftcat using a little program called Hotkey. This video is assuming you already have your PS Move controller set up on your computer and usable within Riftcat. Also, if you're using a Gear VR, this is unnecessary since the recentering is already done through your touchpad on your headset, but you can still always do it if you want. If you do not have Riftcat set up with full PS Move control and head tracking, I would suggest watching my video on the link below for a full tutorial on how to get everything set up to the point where I'm at now. Riftcat and FreePie do not natively support PS Move controllers, so I had to find a program that did. Hotkey seemed to find them just fine and is able to map any keyboard command to the buttons on the controller. To get started, you're going to want to open up your zip file that you downloaded from the description and put it into a familiar spot, such as a folder in your desktop or something like that. So here we go. And then just drag the entire folder. In my case, I'm going to put it in my VR folder here. Okay. So in here, what you need to do is you need to open up Hotkey. Pop-up's going to show up the first time you open it. Just click on OK. And when you do this, make sure you do have your controllers connected to your computer. And I'm just getting mine connected right now. Okay, you want to connect all three of them up. Then you want to go to Configure Joysticks. And then here, click on Configure Game Controller Property. And then you're going to see a whole bunch of controllers in here. You might see more or less, I'm not quite sure why I have so many, but I think it's because they're connected a few times. But all you need to do is click on one of them, click on Properties, and if you get an error, just move on to the next one. Then you just want to find ones that are connected. It's a little squirrely once you start scrolling down, but as long as you click on it, it'll still work. So there, I found one now, and what I want to do is I want to click on any of the buttons on my controllers to see which one it's connected to. And here, I'm just pulling the trigger on mine, and it's lighting up number 21 right here. But what I want to do is I want to map it to the select button on the controller, because that doesn't seem to be used very often. So what you do is click on that, find out what button number it is, and it turns out it's right here, number 1. And I remember where it is in the list here, so it's 2 below my Logitech G13. So all you do is click on OK, click on OK, and then go to Advanced Settings for each device, and then use this drop down here and find that exact same controller. So 2 down from that is here, and then on the second drop down, you're going to select that as joystick 1 and hit OK. And then what you want to do is you're going to want to try to find the next ones. So same thing again, configure joysticks, game controller property, and then you want to find the rest of them. Now in my example here, I'm only finding 2. Not sure why the third one's not showing up, but I only really need it on 2 controllers anyways at the max, because I'll only have one in my head. So here we go. Here's the second one, and what you want to do is you want to just remember again, button number 1, click on OK, and remember which one it was. So in my case, it was the second from the bottom here. So Advanced Settings, I want to go to the second one from the bottom. Let's call that joystick 2. Okay. So now all you have to do is we have to check to see what our hotkey is for Riftcat. So what you want to do is you want to open that up. And then in here, just want to go to your settings, gearage settings, tracking options, and then recenter hotkey is here. So it's Alt Control Shift R. You can change it if you want to remap it anything you want, but that hotkey seems pretty good. It doesn't really overlap anything, so I'm going to leave it as is. And then we want to go back into here, and then see how I'm pushing one of the joysticks and it's lighting up joystick 2. So there it is, button 1, and this is the one that I'm going to want to edit. And then so you want in here, you want to put left shift, left control, left alt, and then in here you just want to type in R. Oops. R. And OK. And then what you can do is you can just right click on this and copy this joystick configuration to clipboard, switch to Joy 1, and then paste. And that'll carry it over from the previous. Great. So now that's all connected, let's give it a test. So I'm just going to say yes, it's connected, and let's start up my script. Okay, so looking in the window here, we have the controllers in front of me. Now they're really off to the left of me right now, so I'm gonna here, let's see it. Now I hit the recenter button like that, and now they're much better, but not perfect. They're a little bit off to the right. So I hit it again here, a little bit off to the left, and one more time, and there we go. That looks about right. They're perfect. Now they're right in front of me, tracking exactly how I'm moving it, and everything seems to look good. So feel free to hit the button whenever things go out of whack. If you're using the Gear VR, it shouldn't happen too often, but if you're using the normal cardboard headset, you will probably run into this a few times as you play, but just hitting the button should get you squared away eventually after a couple clicks. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.